It has been 3 weeks since Macon Bib faith communities gathered to support members of Temple Beth Israel. That service was held in response to anti-Semitic demonstrations in Macon and Warner Robins. Over 900 people of different races and religious backgrounds gathered to spread love. This week, Macon Rabbi Elizabeth Bahar made a trip to Washington, D.C. to listen as Israel's president addressed Congress. The president's topics ranged from Israel's relationship with the U.S. to anti-Semitic acts like the one in central Georgia. T.J. Anthony sat down with Rabbi Bahar to get her perspective on what she heard in Washington and also to talk about what the rabbi would like to see implemented here to build a unified community.
Anti-Semitism is simply not tolerated in the state of Georgia.
Rabbi Elizabeth Bahar with Temple Beth Israel says that's the message she took in from Senator Reverend Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff. Georgia's two senators invited Bahar and a rabbi in Cobb County to see Israel's president address Congress.
He recognized the growing anti-Semitism here, recognized the need for both of our countries to continue to have a positive relationship.
Just last month, an anti-Jewish hate group stood outside Macon's Temple Beth Israel spreading hateful messages.
For me, that weekend was very scary. I didn't, when they first appeared, I didn't know who they were.
That led Macon Bib's religious leaders to come together for a unity service so they can let others know the anti-Semitic remarks are not welcomed. Bahar says she felt a similar unity in D.C. and knows there's a gap that can be filled in Macon.
The need to engage more collectively as a community, do more things in an interfaith way, support one another.
The White House reports anti-Semitic acts are on the rise, from bomb threats to violent acts. They added in 2022, the FBI said Jewish people are 2.4% of the population, but anti-Semitism accounted for 63% of reported religious hate crimes. 2 months ago, the White House released a national strategy to counter anti-Semitic acts. One of the main points: improving safety and security for Jewish communities.
There has already been some funding allocation for security measures to be taken within synagogues. So you can see that from the federal government, there is positive interactions and I think positive movement toward combating this age-old hatred.
In Macon, T.J. Anthony, 13 WMAZ News.
Senator Warnock said in a statement he was glad Rabbi Bahar attended the speech. He also added her leadership, resilience, and grace after the recent vile anti-Semitic episode in Macon is a clear reminder why we must actively and urgently combat anti-Semitism and prejudice in our world.